I wanted to try something different. So here we are. We have Peak, Friend, Pretty Good, Alright with a lowercase a, I Feel Nothing, Not That Great, and Enemy, aka Despise. Let's start with Frisk, the embodiment of the player. So Frisk can be whatever you want them to be, and because of that, they're definitely a peak character. The fact that Flowey is actually Azrael, the king's son, I think that's pretty good. But would I say that Flowey's peak? Because he does a lot of messed up things. He literally tried to kill a child like 5 seconds into the game. I wouldn't say he's a friend, but he's pretty damn good. I Feel Nothing. That's all I can really say with that. It's just a dummy. Frogget's a pretty small character, you know? He's just a little guy. I feel like Frogget is the most basic enemy you can ever come across. I guess he's alright. Probably one of the most emotional characters in the entire game. He's definitely a friend. It exists, I guess. I don't feel nothing for it, so I guess he's alright. Luke's Eyewalker. I don't feel anything for this creature. I'm gonna put him above the dummy though, because at least he has something going for him. The dummy is literally just a dummy. Vegetoid is literally just a carrot with a face. His design is boring as hell. I mean, Frogget is literally just a frog, but look at him. He's just a little guy. But Vegetoid, that is literally just a carrot. He's going at not that great. I don't come across this guy very often, mainly because I just flee from every battle. But what I can remember is that this guy doesn't do anything. He's just dancing. So he's pretty damn good. Final Frogget has more going on than Frogget, but does that mean I like them more? He's edgy. He can go on pretty good. What's this thing's name? Whimsalot, I think. I mean, he's like an angel thing with armor on. I think that's pretty cool. He's also a little guy. I'll put him above Final Frogget, actually. I mean, it looks like those Sheikah stones from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I honestly don't know where to put astigmatism, because I feel like that Sheikah connection is just funny to me. I feel like because you remind me of a Sheikah, you can go in friend. I always forget this guy exists. I guess I don't feel nothing for it. He can go in not that great. I'm gonna put the carrot with a face in front of it though. This is another one that is just forgettable to me. It has a face, 3 faces that move. That's kind of disturbing. This just feels like an amalgamate to me. But this thing doesn't have any determination injected into it. It's just a being. It can go on alright behind Moldsmal. This is a carrot with snakes coming out of it. I think that's more interesting than just a carrot with a face. I don't like it. If I was in the world of Undertale, I feel like Knapsack would be my friend. Nothing else needed to be said. He's a friend. I mean, Toriel is like the mother figure of Frisk in the underground, but she also tries to kidnap them by destroying the door that leads to Snowdin. She's pretty good. He's a funny guy. He wears a jacket. He has teleportation powers. Yeah, he's going in peak. Is there really a competition here? I fucking hate these two, and that is all I'm gonna say. Doggo, on the other hand, I don't really feel anything for Doggo, but Lesser Dog, top of friend. He's just a little puppy who likes getting pet, and his neck stretches. That's hilarious. The fact that just a tiny dog can turn to this, but if we ignore that, I think Greater Dog's pretty damn good. I feel like Giftshot is bullied for no reason. So should I bully them by putting him in enemy or not that great? I don't think Giftshot's that great of a character. I'll put them in alright. Snowdrake is just the comedian that tries his best, but when I mean try his best, he is still god-awful, and I think that's funny, so he can go in pretty good. This is just Snowdrake, but we remove all the negative aspects and give you a really edgy look. I mean, I like the edginess. Yeah, this is just Snowdrake and the cooler Snowdrake. This guy kind of gives you a piece of him, and then you can eat it in front of him and he gets mad. I think that's pretty damn funny. I think the Snowman can go on friend. I really hate having to wait to fight you, and then if I die, I have to do it again. I don't like that part, but I think your design, pretty good. Do I need to say anything about Jerry? Can we all just agree that you're going an enemy? I don't really have strong feelings for Ice Cap. I mean, it turns into ice if you steal its cap. I think that's amazing. He's alright. But Monster Kid, on the Genocide route, he does try to stand up to the player. I think that's pretty good. But other than that, he's like a child stalker. He just always appears at the perfect moments, like he's just watching us. So he's pretty damn good. Next, we have the Slimes. These are the most forgettable characters in the game. Why? Because I never go up to that room to find slimes. If I want to find a slime, I just go to Mystic Slime's channel. I don't feel anything for these 3. Grilby's pretty cool. He's just fire. I guess Grilby's alright. Fawn, I think is this guy's name. I don't feel anything. I feel like for a lot of the NPCs, I'm not gonna feel much towards them because I don't talk to them. But Politics Bear, he's all about politics. He's alright. He's edgy, so he has that going for him. But other than that, he just exists, I guess. I think this is a good spot for him. What is this guy's name? He's just a bunny. I don't really feel anything for this this guy. Bun, he's a little guy. I think he's definitely a friend. But Cinnamon, I mean, she takes Bun for a walk with a leash. I think Cinnamon's pretty good. This guy really needs to go to the dentist. And I think that's all I can really say. You can go behind Punk Hamster, but Ice Wolf is peak. And let me explain why. A really long time ago, I was recommending this video, and it was a song with the Ice Wolf, and it had to do with the ice that it picks up and throws into the ocean, and it was hilarious. So Ice Wolf can go on peak just because of that. I don't really feel anything for you. This guy's name is Ugly Fish, and that's a pretty funny name, so he's pretty good. I mean, it's a Luke's, which I don't really feel anything about, but now we got an Overworld spread of him, so I think this guy's pretty damn good. I don't feel anything for you. And now we have the two librarians. I also don't feel anything for these. This is just Birdly but red, and I feel like because that is my brain now, the bird's pretty good. This is just a mouse with a scarf. I'll play you behind Politics Bear. The librarian just looks like Alphys, but discolored. I think this is a good spot. I don't know this guy's name. I feel like I'll put you in pretty good. But now we have this little guy. This guy's name is Drunk Bun, and that is the best name a character has in the entire game. So automatically, he's a friend. I mean, he's definitely annoying, but he's also just a little dog. And little dogs are my friend. I could say a lot of things about Mad Mew Mew, but I won't. He's a good character, but I personally don't like him very much. If I put him in alright, a lot of people are gonna be mad at me, and I feel like that's perfect. So you can go at the bottom of alright. This is just a fish. I guess I don't feel nothing for him. He does like talk about the echo flowers, which are pretty interesting. So I'll put him right above Papyrus. Temmy's a friend. The mushroom, I think your name is Regal or something. He does a dance, so automatically pretty damn good. This is just if you take a Pokey from Super Mario and transferred it to a Moldsmal. I mean, even in Moldbug's attacks, it is literally just a Pokey, and Pokeys are based. I don't feel anything for you. I don't even remember where you show up. I think you're in Waterfall, but that's all I can remember, so you can go above the slimes. A lot of the time, I get the fun value for Clam Girl. Clam Girl is alright. This is just a snail with a mustache, so automatically pretty good. And next we have a literal person trying to be a snail. I think that's funny. And then we have this snail that doesn't have a shell on it. It's literally just a snail. Same with this one. This one's just a snail. So they can go on alright. I don't remember what this person does. I think they take you around Waterfall. I think Fairy's a friend. I like the color palette of Shiren, and she sings a lot. I think Shiren's a pretty decent character. A lot of people mistake this for Shiren, but this is a completely different character. And it just looks like a serpent with lips. I don't feel a lot for Shiren's agent. I'll put you above Clam Girl. Is this thing a star? Peak. Washua is definitely a friend. This is just an onion with a face, which I did criticize Vegetoid and Parsnip for, but Onion Saiyan is pretty damn good. We don't know a lot about this character. It looks like Ralsei with his hood on, and for that reason, I'm down to put you in pretty good. Mad Dummy and Glad Dummy, which are the same as Mad Mew Mew, but I'm gonna count them as different characters just for the sake of it. Mad Dummy is just a dummy trying to fuse with his body, and he's using negative emotions to do so. I think that's pretty interesting. You can go behind Moldbig. This is just Mad Dummy who was able to fuse with his body, and now he's happy. I don't really have much to say about Glad Dummy. It's just Mad Dummy that has fused, so I guess I'll put you behind Mad Dummy. But Small Bird, top a friend. I don't have a lot to say about Aaron. It's a genie looking thing that gets scared by Natsubuke songs, which I think that is funny. So you can go on alright. I feel like if Undone was my friend, she would kick my ass, and I don't really want that. You're going in peak. Everyone finds Alphys annoying, which I completely agree with. She's also responsible for the amalgamates, and she lies to Frisk. I'll put you above Moldbig. I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel anything. I don't feel a lot about Just Lion, but I think they're alright. They can go behind Papyrus. I feel like a lot of the Hotland NPCs just don't have a lot going for them, so Business Guy is pretty alright. The coffee one though, I think the coffee one's pretty damn good. This is just the Pokemon Absol with glasses on, and I think Absol is pretty cool, so you can go on friend. He exists. What else can I really say? I don't remember where Clam Guy shows up, and for that reason, I don't feel anything. I mean, this is literally just Mario and Luigi with diamond faces, so they're pretty good. He's just a little guy, but I feel like he's too similar to the Diamond Boys, so I'll put you behind them. This is a gigantic fish, and that's pretty damn good. It is literally just the head of a fox with shades. The shades are pretty cool, but where is the rest of your body at? I'll put Foxhead in alright, I think that's fair. But Vulcan, he's a friend. This oversized handle lost me a lot of challenge runs, and for that reason, dispose of it, get rid of it. I don't feel a lot for you. Just a janitor in the hallway of Mettaton Resort. I guess he's alright because of that. I mean, it's just a hand with like Mario's cap on it, so it's alright. I don't know where you show up, and I don't feel anything for you. Another just Hotland NPC, not a lot going for it, but Snowdrake is pretty good because it's a bad comedian. But Snowdrake's father, he's alright. Another one that I don't feel a lot for, she's alright. But Heat's Flamesman. So I put you in peak? Do I put you in friend? Or do I just put you in pretty good? I don't feel a lot for this beast. It sits with Charles, so I'll put you above Charles. It's a bird holding a hot dog, so I think that's pretty good. I mean, every time I see this guy, it just reminds me of one of the Gaster followers, and that is all I can see you as. So I think I have to put you in the bottom lower right just because of that. And now we have Hot Dog Vulcan, right behind Vulcan. I mean, this is just a Grillby but green with a maid outfit, which is definitely better than Grillby. So I think on default, you're in pretty good. It's a plane, definitely not one of the strongest characters in the game. It's a dragon, so on default, pretty good. Yeah, I think all dragons are a friend of mine. I don't really feel anything for you. I guess he's better than Doggo though. You can go there. And now we have the sad customer that bought a spider donut because Muffet looked at them. And I think he's pretty irresponsible. So pretty damn good. Its design's pretty cool. It symbolizes night and day with its attacks. I think that's pretty cool. I'll put you above Ugly Fish. Its name is also kind of boring, but also kind of funny at the same time. I think Magic's alright. I hate spiders, but I think Muffet's character is pretty good. Metaton is peak. I mean, he's a robot that is acting throughout the entirety of Hotland until you encounter him, and then he turns into Metaton EX. Literally just a robot with amazing dance moves. And then it turns into Metaton Neo, which is the most pathetic enemy in the entirety of Genocide. I think that's funny. He's also a creator, just like I am, so definitely in peak. King of the Underground doesn't really want to kill the human. He's also pretty tragic, losing both his wife and his son, and his adopted child in the same night. I think Asgo's a friend. I could put you in peak and call it a day, but I could also just put you in the top of friend and call it a day. Azrael is my favorite character in the game. Just the fact that he's actually Flowey, that's interesting, and just how tragic Azrael really is, losing his best friend and trying to honor the last wish, losing his own life in the process. Can I put you in both friend and peak? I'm just gonna put you in Azrael tier. Kara is not that great of a person. They lost their life so Azrael could get the souls and free the monsters. I think that part is interesting. Kara's alright. It's a dog with like cat faces in between its legs, but do I put you in friend just because you're a dog? Yeah, it's just a humanoid figure that gets attacked by butterflies, and I think that's funny. Everyman's pretty good. I mean, she's just kind of a sad character. Just the fact that the music in her fight is distorted and actually personalized, and she doesn't really attack you. So I'll put you in pretty good. I don't feel a lot for it. It's just a head. So I guess it's alright. I think Reaper Bird's overworld sprite is amazing. You can go in pretty good just because of that. Nothing else needs to be said. I think Lemon Bread's name was hilarious. So I'll put you above the receptionist just because of that. The most mysterious character in the entire game. We know he was the royal scientist who fell into his creation and scattered across time and space. So I guess I don't feel nothing for him, but we also don't know a whole lot. So you can go above Kara. I think the Gaster followers, I just don't feel much for them, but I don't feel nothing. So I think all four of them can go in alright. And with that, you may have noticed I skipped over a few characters. I definitely didn't forget about them when making the tier list. Rock is pretty good. Toad Shopkeeper is alright. Ice Cream Guy is pretty good. Gerson is pretty good. Brady and Catty are not that great. Burger Parents is pretty good. And I feel nothing for Muffet's Pet or the spiders.